First fight of the night, Alateng Heili against Kevin Croom. It's a bit of a loser might go home type of fight, I'm afraid.
Oh, you mean cut? Yeah.
Yeah. Alateng Heili, when in his first fight in the UFC was against Dana Batgarel. I remember calling that one, and that was an impressive performance, especially because Batgarel's gone on to do much better things.
Yeah.
That was a good win. Then he beat Ryan Benoit by a split decision, and then he took Casey Kenny the distance. But the thing that stood out to me in that fight was the body shots he took. Like you remember that?
Yeah,
the bruising.
And
because it was in the arena, there's no sound. You can just hear that constant every time, and he just kept working through it.
He's tough for sure.
Very, very tough. But then on the flip side, you've got Kevin Croom, he's had a rough time. He came into the UFC, won by guillotine. Was it a short notice against Roosevelt Roberts?
Yeah, it was.
Won by standing guillotine, then failed drug test for marijuana.
Oh, was that it? Ah, right. Because I was wondering why it was a no contest. Because I thought there might have, but I remember it now. And like the post fight and his next fight.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone asked him a question about it in the interview. And is that what it was for marijuana?
For marijuana. And the thing is, and it was a short notice fight as well. You know what I mean? It was just, I felt really bad for him because that would be his only win in the UFC, and it's now a no contest. And then he lost a decision to Caceres and to Kelleher. And I didn't think he looked bad against Kelleher. No. I thought it was a competitive fight. It's just Kelleher was just able to make him miss quite a lot. But I don't think that Alateng Heili is going to be that kind of complicated of a fighter. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Kevin Croom doing a decent job in the striking range because he's got height and reach, and then Heili tries to level change and grapple and he gets caught in the guillotine.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Heili gets caught in the guillotine.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I feel like Kevin Croom's a really awkward opponent for him. And there's no reason for Alateng Heili to think that he can't wrestle because generally he has success in those ranges. I'm just trying to think. He's got an armbar loss back in 2015. It's been a long while since he's been submitted. So it might be a case that he's getting a bit outpointed and he might try and grapple with Kevin Croom. And that's where Croom's guillotines come into play.
See, I thought this might go a little bit like the Benoit fight. But I know Kevin Croom's he's a little bit more unpredictable in his striking. But I think the toughness of Alateng Heili I think it will go to a decision, but I think he'll wear on him further into the fight.
You reckon?
Yeah. Maybe first round, Kevin Croom.
Yeah.
But then second, third, and then just his toughness. And
you reckon he'll pull it back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, the one thing that stood out against with Croom against Kelleher is that he kept getting caught with that overhand right. And that was a vulnerability, and that's something that Alateng Heili uses. He comes over the top with that right hand into his level changes. So, yeah. But then, Croom was doing good stuff with his calf kicks and his rear knee, and did you see the cut that he opened up on Kelleher with that smash lead elbow? I don't know. I feel like there's a few things where Kevin Croom can catch Heili. Definitely he could get outpointed if he's similar to the Kelleher fight, but I don't know. I'm going with Kevin Croom. I feel like there's a bit more dynamicness to his game.
Yeah.
And elbows and rear knees and calf kicks and guillotine attacks.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Alateng. I just think he's proper tough.
Yeah, he is.
Really durable guy.
Yeah.
And unless I think the only if Kevin Croom could finish it, I think that's the only. I don't think he'll win a decision.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go Alateng. You're going Alateng Heili by decision, are you?
Yeah, I'm not going to go Kevin Croom by finish or Alateng. But
I think Croom's going to open him with an elbow, hurt him with a knee, and then guillotine him.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, I think Alateng's going to beat him over the distance.
Yeah. Okay. Where are the as far as matchups go? Croom must be taller. Oh yeah, he's got a 6-inch height advantage. He's got a 6-inch height advantage and a 7-inch reach advantage. Holy shit, that's massive. Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall. He is lanky. He's really long, isn't he, Kevin Croom?
But he's only got 30% takedown defense. That's mainly because he likes to attack submissions, though, isn't it? It should be a good one to open the card. I kind of feel bad that one of these guys is most likely going to get released because they're both coming off a couple of losses, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, because
Alateng Heili was a loss and a draw, wasn't it?
Yeah, loss and a draw, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing at the moment. The UFC are just, sometimes they just not re-signing people. It's like they're just letting their contract expire. Like they've just done it with Alex Oliveira. Jeez,
Yeah.
Charles Oliveira, imagine. With Alex Oliveira, they've just like let his contract expire and they're not re-signing him. It wouldn't surprise me if we start seeing them filter some of these guys out that are opening the cards. A couple of losses, they just won't re-sign them. And Croom's had 3 fights now in the UFC. Most likely this is his last fight.
Yeah.
You know,
it's funny. I think you said it once where you can imagine when someone gets released from the UFC, they just like float away into space and fade away.
I mean, it's kind of like sometimes people are real stubborn and they'll go back and they'll pick up a few wins. Like Peter Sabota did that. Like went away. I think he got 3 or 4 wins by rear naked choke, and then the UFC re-signed him and he looked great.
Sometimes Moreno as well.
Yeah,
Brandon.
exactly. Yeah, good call. Sometimes it's just a little bit too soon, and you know they have that benefit of going away. Both of these guys, though, you know, 14-8-2 and 21-14-0. They're, you know, a circle back to the UFC would have to be after something very impressive.
Yeah,
they'd have to go and win a title at like LFA or something. I think.